Hey, it's Minimalist Gourmet, and today we're making the one, the only bacon jam. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. All right, we're going to start off with our bacon here. I've got this cut up and in a pan, and this is 2 whole pounds or 2 packages. The size of the pieces are up to you. I like nice and bite-sized. Always start your bacon off in a cold pan, and we have it over medium-low heat. We're just going to continue to cook this, stirring it occasionally until it's nice and crispy. It should look a little something like this when it's done. Once your bacon's fully cooked and nice and crispy, we're going to go ahead and pull it off. Just go ahead and drain it a little bit as you're scooping it out, put it into a bowl and set it aside. We're going to reserve this for later. Next, pour off all the excess bacon grease, leaving 1/4 cup in the pan. Do not throw that bacon grease away though, because it has 1,001 uses in the kitchen. Our diced onion goes in the bacon grease, and we're going to cook this until it's as done as we like it. You can let this go just a couple minutes if you want, until it's nice and translucent, or you can definitely go longer until it's brown or even until caramelized. That's up to you. I cooked my onions for right around 10 minutes and they turned out like this. This is perfect for me, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. With our onions ready, we're going to go ahead and put in our minced garlic, and this only cooks for about 60 to 90 seconds. For sweetness, we'll be adding brown sugar. If you want to play with the ratios a little bit, you can actually reduce the amount of brown sugar by a little bit and add something like honey or high quality maple syrup to augment the flavor, just for something a little different. Our reserved bacon from earlier goes in, along with our first installment of liquid, which is going to be 1/2 of our water, along with 1/2 of our apple cider vinegar. I like to do this in 2 stages because I think it cooks a little bit better. For seasoning, I'm going to go ahead and go with just a little bit of black pepper. We don't need any salt, the bacon's salty enough. If you'd like, you can certainly add some red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat. It goes great, but that's totally up to you. Now continue to let this cook on medium-low heat, stirring it regularly until it's completely reduced down and basically all the liquids evaporated. It's always bacon me crazy when people don't include a recipe in their videos. That's why in every one of my videos, I always include a recipe. It's down in the description below, so definitely go down and check that out. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Super easy, just one little click for you, and it helps the channel out so much. So thank you in advance. After cooking for a while, you can see it's reduced down quite a bit. When we run our spatula through it, you can see pretty much no liquid comes out, so we know it's ready for the next installment. We're going to put the other half of our water along with the other half of our apple cider vinegar in and repeat this process. Just like before, you're going to continue to cook this on medium-low heat, stirring it regularly until it's nice and thick and reduced down. If a pig runs naked across a football field, is that where streaky bacon comes from? Go ahead and take a look at this close up here. You see we're getting pretty darn close to being finished, but there's still quite a bit of liquid coming out of the bacon, so you definitely want to keep cooking until this is pretty much all gone. After a few more minutes of cooking, it's thickened up nicely, and the way to tell if this is done or not is to just go ahead and pull it back with your spatula, and you won't see any liquid escaping anymore, just a little bit of bacon grease is coming out. That's a clear indication that this is finished. Go ahead and turn off the heat, and we're going to add our last ingredient, a pat of butter. Stir this in, the residual heat is more than enough to melt it. The butter will give it a nice glossy finish and prevent it from sticking together into one huge clump. Your bacon jam is ready to eat right now, but I'd let it cool for just a little bit. Or you can transfer it to a glass jar with a tight fitting lid, allow it to come down to room temperature completely, and then store it in the fridge. It'll keep for about 2 to 4 weeks. All right, guys. And my favorite part of the video, we're going to try what I just made. I'm super excited about this. It smells absolutely fantastic, but who doesn't like the smell of freshly cooked bacon in their kitchen? I don't know. It's something great to wake up to. Really looking forward to this. Here we go. Oh, mmm, mmm. Wow, this is absolutely ridiculous, guys. You have that smoky, salty flavor from the bacon, and it plays perfectly in balance with that gentle sweetness from the brown sugar and that little hit of acid from the apple cider vinegar. This really is one heck of a combo. I mean, the flavor profile is so balanced. You have everything in there. Man, I think you'd be struggling to find something that this wouldn't go great on. I've actually thought about this in the past. I've wanted to put this inside of a filling of a cinnamon roll. I don't know. That could go either extremely well or extremely poorly. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I'm looking forward to doing that one of these days. I gotta tell you, this is a recipe you're gonna enjoy, and you're definitely gonna make more than once. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. And since you like this video so much, I'd like to recommend to you my honey garlic pork chop video, which I'll put a link right up here. It's also a great pork dish that balances the nice sweet and savory aspects. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all here next week on the next episode of Minimalist Gourmet.